$5 billion Apple Headquarters Tour. Hello, lovely YouTube family. Welcome back to Bite Me. In today's videos, we're going to talk about the $5 billion Apple Headquarters Tour. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. When you hear about the technology company Apple, it's possible that three words come to your mind: innovative, trendy, and successful. But it hasn't always been this rosy. In the mid-90s, Apple was almost shut down. Today, it's worth $2 trillion, which makes it the most valuable company in the world, and perhaps the most innovative Apple product ever made isn't something you can carry home with you into 2017. The company opened its new headquarters, the Apple Park. It's a huge, like spaceship, and is one of the most expensive buildings in the world. What do you think about Apple's new headquarters? Apple has always had its offices in Cupertino, California, before Apple Park. The headquarters were at the One Infinite Loop campus, which opened in 1993 and had the capacity for 5,000 employees. It allowed every person to have their own office. At the time it was built, the late CEO and co-founder Steve Jobs had been fired from Apple and was rehired in 1996. Although he never really liked the headquarters, it became the place where many of his innovations came to life over time. Steve Jobs saw the rapid growth of the company. He knew that the One Infinite Loop wouldn't last. The workforce had grown considerably over a decade, and he started developing a vision for a new, bigger campus. It would combine his love for the environment and passion for great design. This vision would result in Apple's new 175-acre corporate campus, which is approximately the size of 100 soccer fields. The 2.8 million square foot main building is considered to be the most energy-efficient building on Earth. Inside Apple's $5 billion headquarters in Cupertino, its flawless curves, sleek design, great architecture, top-notch technologies, and many more sounds like what Apple headquarters would look like, right? Only that it has a touch of extra, a type the world hasn't experienced. Now let's take a ride to Apple's one and only Apple Park, where the headquarters of Apple Inc. was open to workers in 2017 and is the second campus, with Infinity Loop being the first. Shaped as a galaxy when viewed from afar, Apple Park is the blueprint for many future companies to come. This park embodies Apple's concept of minimalism, the future workplace, and leading technology. Steve Jobs, who envisioned the building of Apple Park, was generous, spending about $5 billion for an amusement park for employees to enjoy. He conceived the idea of a spaceship, which created a pathway for the nickname of Apple Park, the Spaceship. Although Jobs wanted to see the Apple Park become the best and largest office building in the world, his wish was not fulfilled in his lifetime. Constructing this masterpiece is like handling fine art, and the buildings had to be perfect. No wonder the total cost was estimated at around $5 billion. What do you think of Apple Park campus? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure that you're always up to date with all our content by hitting that subscribe button. We first heard about Apple Park back in 2006 from Steve Jobs. Construction on Apple's new headquarters began back in 2014, taking about 4 years to build and costing the company over $5 billion. Billion with a B, making it one of the most expensive buildings in the world. The campus was originally estimated to cost around $500 million or $500 million. However, the land cost alone cost $160 million. In 2011, the price was then revised at a little below $3 billion. In total, the campus would cost Apple a whopping $5 billion, not unthinkable for a company valued at over $2 trillion. Steve's vision is reflected all around us at Apple Park. He would have loved it here. In this place, he dreamed up the home and inspiration for Apple's future innovations. Tim Cook. The Ring. Let's begin with the main building of the campus, called The Ring, the futuristic spaceship-like building. The Ring is big enough for over 12,000 of Apple's employees and is part of over 176 acres of land and is situated in Cupertino, California. Yes, it's made by Apple in California. It would take about 15 minutes to do an entire lap of the Ring. Perhaps you wouldn't mind a walk, though, with the spectacular views of the outside thanks to a 36 by 47 foot long curved glass panels. Having these panels allows for a seamless and panoramic view of the outdoor landscape. The building was designed to be as free-flowing as possible to allow for collaboration between employees. However, according to Apple Explained, many employees wrote to tech journalist John Gruber explaining their dissatisfaction with the open working environment. They were allegedly unhappy about the lack of privacy and that the glass doors were easy to walk into when distracted. The Ring also houses Cafe Max, a singular 58,000 square foot restaurant allowing for employees to be together and collaborate even on break times. Cafe Max have 4-story tall sliding glass doors, taking the title for the largest sliding glass doors in the world. These glass doors slide open into the open green courtyard. The restaurant even has its own Apple patented pizza box that prevents pizza crusts from getting soggy. It has been known that the restaurant staff have said they have enough food to feed up to 15,000 people every lunchtime. Eco-friendly meets lifestyle. Apple likes to encourage their 12,000 employees at Apple Park to live a healthy lifestyle. The grounds of Apple Park have 3.2 kilometers of walking and running trails, as well as 1,000 gray bikes that can be used. Facilities also include a gym, wellness center, and a handful of basketball and tennis courts. Apple's 100,000 square foot fitness and wellness center is complete with changing rooms, showers, laundry services, team workout rooms, and a 2-story yoga studio. The yoga studio is covered in specific stone from a quarry that Steve Jobs handpicked in Kansas and carefully distressed to make it like his favorite hotel in Yosemite. Apple's designers put major effort into making the buildings fit seamlessly onto the local nature landscaping. They did this by planting more than 9,000 trees, overseen by David Mafly, who is responsible for Stanford's campus, and allowing the buildings to only take up around 20% of the 176 acres. It's important to note that all of the buildings within Apple Park are very eco-friendly. The Ring is home to one of the largest rooftop solar farms, generating up to 17 megawatts of power, enough to meet up to 75% of the campus's energy demand in peak times. The rest of the campus's needs are met by the on-site fuel cells that are powered by biofuel or natural gas. The main building doesn't use traditional heating or cooling for 9 months of the year. It uses a natural ventilation system instead. As well as all of that, they'll also use low-energy LEDs. Underground. Underneath, the Ring makes use of base isolation, one of the few buildings in the world to do so. Base isolation protects the Ring against the worst of earthquakes, with 692 stainless steel plates to allow the building to shift up to 4 feet in any direction without causing any structural damage. Going even deeper, you'll find an expansive 2-story parking finished with reflective white tiles and domed ceilings, not to mention the integrated traffic lights that can be found within the street signs working seamlessly together. There's also a road network that is purposely hidden from sight to allow for the green space to remain an open bliss. By doing this, Apple has been able to not disturb the landscape too much and keep as much greenery as possible, their main goal with this extensive build. Also below ground, you'll find the impressive Steve Jobs Theater to get to the almost 1,000-seat auditorium. You can use the 42-foot chemically tempered glass elevator. The elevator is considered to be the largest freestanding glass elevator on Earth and rotates as it moves up or down, allowing it to only need a singular door. The rest of the campus. Moving away from the Ring now, we can find ourselves 2 of the research and development facilities, a care clinic and the visitor center. The only building on the campus visitors can enter without a pass. The visitor center is under one roof but comprises 4 separate sections: a 10,000 square foot Apple store, a 2,000 square foot cafe, an observation deck, and a designated AR experience area. Apple also added an artificial pond, perfectly circular, just like the Ring. You'll also see a rainbow structure at the head of the rectangular field designed by former Chief Design Officer at Apple, Jonathan. The structure is often used as a stage for speakers and performers. The most unlikely building in Apple Park is called Glendinning Barn. This barn was not part of Apple's original plans, but because the barn was built in 1916, it was already classified as historical in 2004, so Apple could not demolish it as they first planned. Apple agreed to use a barn as a maintenance building, housing tools and other landscaping materials. Between the stunning Ring, plentiful recreation centers, and iconic Steve Jobs Theater, Apple Park may be the most spectacular headquarters ever seen and surely attracts both potential employees and the media alike. That's all for today, folks. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing videos from us.